Hey, I'm Elon, and welcome to Volume 2 of the Course Podcast.
And it's Pierre Jerome! Pierre Jerome has plenty of space. Just her and Ben. Pierre Jerome, her second of the
day. Welcome back to the Course Podcast. I'm your host, Milan Pierre Jerome, and I'm here with Ruben, Maryland football player. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. How's life been? How's football and everything been?
Everything good. Staying the course. So,
good. 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 Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get it?
Just as a banner right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks nice though. It's cool.
Good. And I know you have a podcast that you're doing, and you want to tell them about that?
One Speed Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure y'all go check it out and watch it if y'all haven't already.
And then your personal one?
That's still in the works.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably gonna do that later down the road, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just plug One Speed right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So
do that
One Speed.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I wanted to have you on an episode of the Course because, I've known you for a long time and you've been an elite athlete coming from Broward and just doing your thing, coming to Maryland and being a vital role on the team. So I just wanted to have you on the Course and just hear about your journey and what got you here today.
For sure. Let's do it.
All right. So, we got to.
For the second time.
So we got.
We should talk about that before we even get into this.
Okay.
I feel like we should.
I
feel like we should.
Okay. I mean, we can talk about it, but let's not do.
Try to get cute. iPhone 15
okay.
Pro.
Okay. So look. Okay. Basically, I'm starting this podcast, and I wanted to have some good quality, so I use the newest iPhone to record the episode. And
you believe the commercials and everything?
And I thought it'd be great quality, but it wasn't good quality.
Right.
And so I was like, you know what? I need to get a camera. So here we are. We have a camera.
Yes,
so that's why you're saying.
Thank you for the camera.
Number 2. That's why you're saying number 2. But anyways, just going back to your childhood, how was that? I know, you're from Broward, right. And, I know you're in touch with your Broward County-ness. But
just growing up was fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of challenges, but a lot of learning. I would say, I think just, being from South Florida, there's a lot of competition. And I think it allowed me to really, form into the athlete that I am now. Not only that, but as a man as well. Just, being in the area where you got to go grind for what you want. So I think that was just, just playing sports on there was very pivotal for me in my development because it taught me a lot about will, grit, perseverance, just doing hard things and coming out on the other side victorious. So definitely enjoyed my time just growing up in Broward, and it's definitely helped me. For the real world. So
did all of those, characteristics, did that come when you were young, or was that something you just grew into?
It was probably 15.
Okay.
Around age 15 when everything started to apply for me. As far as just learning, just day to day, or just going through adversity. I think that was just that pivotal age for me, and then from then on. I just had to grow up very quickly, mentally, and really lock in as far as what I wanted to do. And it got me to where I'm at now. It got me up to this point. So just got to continue to do what I do.
So where did the journey start? Where did, just going into football, getting into that, where did that start?
It started 6th grade. That's when I really took the game seriously. My dad, he kept putting me in football, but I hated it. I didn't like the sport at all. I was a baseball guy. But
was there a reason you hated football, or it was just
because I'm a pretty boy, and I don't like getting dirty, or I didn't.
Okay.
But I was just naturally gifted at the sport, fast, strong, all that stuff. So it was more so it it was more so like, why would you not play?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
made sense.
yeah, I just you know, made a decision, signed myself up to play. And then, you know, just took off from there. All the opportunities came that I wanted as far as like opportunities to go to college, you know, for free.
Right.
So like,
was that like in your mind, knowing that you could go to college for free? Is that another reason why you wanted to?
Like, I would say probably not in 6th grade, but like high school, like sophomore year of high school, I was like, okay, like, you know, my parents are not going to pay for college.
Yeah.
So I knew that was an opportunity that I had, and I was going to make the most of it. And yeah, I did. I'm here. So, you know, definitely made that happen.
How would you describe yourself when you were growing up, like as a person?
Very reserved.
Okay.
Shy. But I always knew what was going on, and, you know, always thought a lot about things, but never really expressed it. But then obviously that changed because, you know, just you know, how I came up as far as like start from high school. I had to like be more vocal,
right,
and just like be a leader,
right.
So that all changed, but definitely growing up, I wasn't like how I am today.
Right.
Just, you know, very vocal, like outgoing. You know, not afraid to just be myself.
Right.
I think that's what I struggled with just coming up, and you know, it was just one day where I was like, bro, like, you know, if people are gonna like me, they're gonna like me. If they're not, they're gonna not.
Yeah.
Like they're not. So
yeah.
You know, just being confident in myself.
Did that translate to the field when you were shy and reserved? Like, was that how you were playing?
I mean, I think the field was different because, you know, like I'm under a helmet,
right.
So it's like, you know, I don't really have to, you know, I really don't have to communicate, you know, one-on-one, I guess. Like, it's more so like, you know, just football talk and like sports talk and, you know, just being vocal out there. That's a different, you know, environment. But it definitely helped me. I would say, you know, playing, you know, football and just team sports in general helped me like translate to like real life, real day-to-day conversations. So
it's like a skill. Like, you're just like, once you're on the field, you start, you know, learning more and more about yourself.
Right.
When people aren't really giving you that much attention when you're off the field. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, for me, like growing up, like I was not really talking. I wasn't really, you know, in conversation with that many people. But like, as I started playing and I started meeting new people, it's like, you want to keep growing, but just not on the field. It's like off the field.
Right. And then like I said, like, as you get older, you're kind of forced to do that because, you know, the expectations become greater.
Yeah.
Especially if you're good at what you do.
Right.
Like, people come to you for certain things and like they're expecting like answers.
Right.
And just conversation out of you. So
were you always good at what you did? Were you always good at football? Do you feel?
I'm great at football.
Okay, but before, not now. Yeah. I was saying, when you first started, were you always good?
Yeah, I was always good.
Really?
Always good.
And were you always a linebacker?
No, I started out playing O-line.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think that's like probably if you're not a coach's son, or if you're not, you know, if you don't love football, like that's probably like a position where they just put you at to like test you. I guess. Like either like offensive line or defensive line, like that's like a good like tester position.
Right, like first starter.
Let's see if you really like what you're doing. So I think it was just one of them deals.
And you didn't like O-line.
No, but when I initially played Little League football, that's what I played. But then I got back into it because one of my closest friends, he broke his arm. Okay. He played running back. He was like, bro, like, I need you to like play and like just take my spot, like this and that. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, no, I don't want to do that. End up doing it. And
really?
it was just fun. It was fun, you know, scoring every time and just, you know, being me.
You never wanted to be like a receiver? Or?
No. I wanted to run the ball because like that's what I can do. I can run, and like that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, so, yeah.
And as far as anything else with like sports, were you playing any other sports?
Baseball.
Okay.
I was a big baseball.
What position?
I played center field and I batted fourth. So I was good. I was real good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we're good at baseball
really
too.
Nice.
Okay.
Really nice.
What made you so nice?
Speed, like center field, you
yeah.
know, just catching, throwing the ball. I could hit. I batted fourth. I could hit. So it was more so like, you know, I guess that was another sport that I was just good at.
Yeah.
But like it was too boring for me. So I wanted something with like instant action, just like to keep me engaged and like really challenge me. And like don't get me wrong, baseball is challenging.
Yeah.
But like it just wasn't what I wanted. Like it wasn't what I was like, looking for, I guess. So
did any parts of baseball you feel translate to football? Like did you take any parts of that game?
Probably hand-eye coordination.
Okay.
Probably. That's probably the biggest probably the biggest thing because that's all baseball is.
Yeah.
Hand-eye coordination, like eye contact to the ball and hitting it and catching it. So I'd probably say that's the main like skill that I took from it. Yeah.
That's good. So as you grew up, you went to Heritage, right?
Yes. The illustrious. Right.
So how was Heritage? You really grew up through Heritage. So, what made you go there and how was that? Like, what was that process like?
Yeah, I was there for 9 years. So I started like 3rd grade there and then all the way up to 11th grade.
Wow.
So it was
you really like grew up with everybody, like elementary, middle school, high school. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why it was so hard to leave. Like, but it was a business decision. But, but now coming up through there was definitely an experience. It taught me just how to, I guess, like the education piece is real. I feel like it like prepared me well just to be educated,
right?
Just to be in a position where I can just do work in this school and just be like feel smart, I guess. And then athletically, I think I won 1 or 2 state championships. It was a minute, so I don't remember. But just winning with the group of guys that I played with, and a lot of those guys I know that are in the NFL now.
You played,
and
with
then
them.
having them like as role models and stuff like that was good for me. Just a lot of relationships. A lot of triumphs, a lot of trials. So it was definitely good just to experience all of that. At the age that I was at.
Were you ever
growing up through it?
Were you ever like tired of going to Heritage? Like because you said you were there for 9 years. Was it ever like, okay, like I'm seeing the same people? Was it ever like something you were tired of?
Nah, it was always something going on.
Okay.
Like, just
in what
aspect? Like just in school. Like,
okay.
Like how school gets
with
like friends and whatnot and like you got imaginary girlfriends and all this other stuff. Like, y'all don't even know what y'all doing or talking about. So it was always something going on. And at one point I was just like excited to go to school just to see people, not really like, do school. Yeah. So it never really got, boring. It was just more so that once it got to, 11th grade, 12th grade, I'm like, all right, bro.
All right,
It's time to go. Get out of here, right?
But it's crazy because when we were young, like, we were just going to school. Like, we didn't have really any responsibilities. And you just, like, think back to that time. And now we're here, living on our own, doing things. Time flies.
Like,
and
it don't wait for nobody.
No.
So it's like, you got to get it, when you can.
But did you ever feel like, growing up that you were independent? Like, you were just ready to, like, be on your own?
I feel like I had to.
Okay.
Like, I had to be that way because of, like, what I went through. Just like my parents like splitting up. I just had to, just be different in a way where I couldn't be like immature like, as I was. I couldn't be young anymore. Like I had to really step up like mentally because it was at a point where like I had to make just like emotional decisions was really the biggest one. And that's where I matured at the most. It was just a lot. Yeah. And I just had to really understand like what was going on. Yeah. What was happening to me and like to like my family and then just like make adjustments. Yeah. I think that was just like where most of the maturity came through. I mean, like came from. Yeah. So.
And that was at a younger age, so just being able
15.
to 15.
So like just start high school.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So it's a lot of change.
Yeah.
in one like year of life that I was in, so.
Do you ever feel like things outside of football affect your game?
Yeah, all the time. But it's all about like a decision that you got to make. Yeah. You got to compartmentalize. I'm great at doing that. Yeah. So I'm glad that I can do that. Because sometimes it's not like always healthy to do that.
Yeah.
I always find a happy medium with everything. So
Yeah.
just
It's
being able to
hard.
do that, yeah, it's hard, but
It's
I
hard.
mean, it's fair at the end
Yeah.
of the day. So it's like, you know, like you got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just find ways to focus on different things when
Yeah.
like, you know, when the time is like,
Mhm.
if I have a game, I'm focused on the game. After the
Mhm.
game, I can focus on
Right.
whatever the case may be, but it just has to be like that
Mhm.
with me, at least. Everybody's different, but that's how I, you know, handle it the best.
And a lot of people say like, you know, like your sport is like your personality. Like if you have a bad game or, you know, you don't have a good practice,
Mhm.
you know, you can't talk to me for the rest of the day. Do you feel like that's something that you ever went through?
I definitely went through it, but as I got older, I snapped out of that.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, you take for granted being healthy,
Yeah.
and you take
Yeah.
for granted being able to actually, like, get up and play the game,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, let alone do well in the game, but
Mhm.
just being able to just play the game that you love to do.
Yeah.
Like, you take that for granted.
Yeah.
So, like, now, win, lose, or draw, like, I'm like, bruh, like, you know, I'm healthy. I'm
Yeah.
straight. So it's
Thankful.
it's whether I play good or play bad,
Mhm.
I don't care anymore. It's more
Mhm.
so just that I make it out healthy,
Right.
and what do I need to do to just, you know, get back to feeling good,
Mm-hmm.
so I can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, you know, this opportunity is not forever, so I just
Mhm.
got to make the most of it.
Did your faith, do you think, play a role in that? Just, you know, believing?
Definitely, especially after last season, not this season that just passed, the season before that when I got injured
Mm-hmm.
and I missed like 6 games.
Yeah.
Because I'd never been seriously hurt before
Yeah.
playing football, so that was just a tough time for me as far as adjusting. But definitely my faith was, like, you know, activated a lot
Yeah.
and, like, strengthened a lot through that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stayed the course. I just
Mhm.
stayed positive. Did all that I had to do to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing, like, chiropractors,
Yeah.
physical therapy, like 3 times, 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Popping everything,
Yeah.
scraping everything, like trigger point therapy.
Yeah.
Like I had a physio fly out here, like
Really?
all type of stuff. So, you know, it was definitely a challenge, but
Yeah.
it was worth it in the end because, you know, it helped me to understand like why it's important to take care of your body
Mm-hmm.
and why it's important to prehab
Mm-hmm.
and just
Yeah.
you know, off season training, like hit it really hard. So
Right.
when the season comes around, you know, nicks and bruises can just go away.
Right.
You know, so definitely, you know, me being hurt, you know, definitely changed the trajectory of my career,
Mm-hmm.
and just my mindset, I would
Yeah.
say. So,
Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Just in the moment, you don't really understand, but now you're looking back and you're like, okay, like it makes sense. It made
yeah, I
me
mean,
stronger.
it's already written. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a script that we have to follow,
Yeah.
and we have to go. The only way we can, I guess, come out the other side of it is just, you know, like how much do we believe in ourselves,
Right.
and just, you know, how much faith do we have?
Right.
That's the difference, and that's the recipe. So
I agree.
mhm,
That was good. But
you know,
going back to, you know, coming out of Broward and, you know, going through Heritage, you went to MacArthur
yeah.
for your senior year.
Mhm.
So what was the cause of that? Why did you
Yeah,
decide to
I
do that?
wanted to graduate early and get out of high school.
Okay.
And
Were you committed at that point?
was I committed at that point? I think I was.
Okay. Where did you commit?
I committed to Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
Just so they know. I'm just so they know, they can understand.
see the M right here.
Just so they know,
Right,
you
so-
know, in Maryland. But
Yeah, I
okay.
committed to Maryland spring of 2019. So like what, March, April of
Yeah.
2019. So
Is that junior?
this is junior year.
Yeah.
Like I went to the spring game. I was like, well, I had a great relationship with all my coaches there.
Okay.
And I went to the spring game. I was like, yeah, like I'm not taking any other visits. Like,
So that was your only visit.
yeah,
You never went on any other visits, and you had good offers.
I did.
So why did you not take those other offers?
I'm a people's person.
Okay.
And I also wanted to be a big fish in a little pond.
Okay.
Like I wanted to like start something
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, Maryland wasn't talked about when I was getting recruited.
Yeah.
And nobody was going there that I
Mhm.
knew of.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more so like, it was a lot of good things behind it. We
Yeah.
had a new head coach that was there,
Mhm.
new staff coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, you know, like
No brainer type.
I made it all faith, you know,
Yeah.
up until this point. So like, why
Mhm.
stop now?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be the face of something.
Mm-hmm.
Because like 20 years from now, they're gonna talk about me.
Yeah.
In Maryland. So
Yeah.
like that's a fact. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to like do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that went into me committing there.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people are going to like the Alabamas, the Georgias, and which is fine, but it's
so,
like just looking at it a different perspective. Like I see why you did what you did because from freshman year you're coming up, you're playing a big role, and you're just learning as you're playing that big role. It's not like you're not getting those minutes doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're still learning and being able to play, like getting that on-field experience.
And that was like the biggest thing. Like I wanted to play like right now.
Right. You don't want to wait.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait.
Like I understand that timing is everything.
Yeah.
But then again, I also understand that I can control my fate
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
In a sense. So, I just wanted to like position myself in the best way possible, just to be able to like make a contribution like right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but going back, I transferred high schools, went to public school. This is my first time going to public school. I've never been to public school before.
How was that?
Like the best experience I ever had.
Why?
I don't know, man. It's like private school is just. I feel like it's like two groups of people. You got the athletes, and then you got, the people, the wealthy people who pay to go to school.
Yeah.
Like, they whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they bring their Starbucks coffee.
right.
And they just
Parking garage, all those
like,
cars.
they got cars and stuff at like 15, 16, 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the athletes who just,
grinding.
Yeah, they just in school, like, in class, joking around.
Yeah.
And then you go to practice. And like, if you win, you get taken care of.
Right.
Like we good.
Yeah.
But public school is just like, bro, like I had a teammate who, like just been in trouble, like with the law.
Yeah.
You got teammates who like been through like hell and back in their life. Like you had peers who like it's like the spectrum is so wide.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a lot of walks of life.
Yeah.
And just to be able to like now, like I got teammates still I'm in contact with like
from MacArthur.
Yeah, just saying like, like they're inspired by what I do. I'm like, bro, I just be me. I don't even do anything to be inspired about, but like they look at me as an example.
Yeah.
Just to, like a lot of them have like children now, and they're like, yeah, bro, like I remember what you told me like in this time. I'm like, bro, I don't even remember what I told you at that time, but like,
they do.
They remember.
Yeah.
And just building a relationship with those guys, not only my teammates, but just like the staff. Like anytime I go home, I like go and visit administration.
Yeah.
And they always, tell me just like stories and just like, like they're proud of me and they congratulate me as far as what I've done and like they thank me for always coming back and showing love because
you never forget where you came from. Just know.
Right. And then like just, in that what I think that was 6 months in a year that I was there, it was just like they made more of an impact on me than I did for the school.
Really?
And just by, showing me love and just being there for me. And just, appreciating what I was doing and what I was about. So
in just 6 months.
Yeah. So like I always have love for MacArthur for sure. And they definitely made my senior year experience something great. So definitely appreciate them for that.
Do you feel like it just like opened your eyes to like just different? Like do you think you always saw that? Just those experiences, meeting people like that, just people going through different things? Was that something you were always aware of, or just going to high school that kind of like opened your eyes more?
I'm not gonna lie, like it's something that I didn't know I needed, but I did.
Yeah.
You just see like it's so many people that I went to school with when I went to MacArthur that like it just taught me so much about myself and just the blessing that I have.
Yeah.
Because like just getting offers to go to college. Like a lot of those guys, like they had to like really like scrap and claw just to be seen.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot that they had to go through.
And they're still smiling and they're still doing
and they still just living life because like that's where they've been.
Yeah.
Their whole like they grew up around those kids and around those like people that they were with. So just being in that new environment and then kind of assimilate into that environment so I could
Right.
understand where they coming from,
Right.
but still keeping my values and everything,
Right.
and them picking up on mine, and just like we going back and forth, we trading off and bouncing off each other.
Right.
It was great to see. So it was just a beautiful experience, like something you can't really like draw up.
Yeah.
Like you just had to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely good. And then the team we had,
Yeah.
like, we didn't meet a goal because we were about to play St. Thomas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't. We lost the game, and
Why?
it is what it is.
What do you mean you lost it? What
We
happened?
lost the game before we got
Oh,
pretty out. Yeah.
okay,
So the team we
okay.
lost to by I think a touchdown, and then y'all beat them by like 30.
Oh, so then okay.
Yeah. So like that was my only goal. I wanted to play SBA because I never played them.
Yeah, at Heritage.
I
That's
never played
right.
them. So it was like yeah.
And
So,
I don't think Heritage. When's the last time Heritage played SDA?
like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was recent,
Yeah.
but that was my only goal.
Mhm.
But we didn't meet it. But it was just, being with those guys was just something special. Like, you just had to be there. It's kind of hard to explain, and like they know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, it was always good.
And do you feel like that connection translated to the field? Do you feel like you guys played like that, just like as a family? And
Yeah, because I got to understand. My my personnel. Like I
Okay.
can't talk to him how I talk to him,
yeah,
and like that's where I learned like leadership from. Really,
Yeah.
because a lot of those guys, they haven't been led before. But to be led, you have to follow. You
Right.
got to learn how to follow.
right.
So they really they embraced me
Mhm.
as a leader,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest was history. Like that's all I could ask for. So
Why did you choose to go to MacArthur? Like, could you have gone to other places to graduate early, or
yeah, I think like any public school I could have went to
Okay.
graduate early.
so why did you choose that school?
I had a coach that I met. He met my mom, and then my mom introduced me to him,
Okay.
and he had a lot of connections in
Mhm.
the college coaching business,
Right.
And yeah, like he got back into coaching because of me.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
so
Really?
yeah, so it was just like, just going back to faith again, just taking a
Mhm.
step on faith, and just buying in to
Mhm.
his vision and what he had, and then it worked out for me.
And when you decided you wanted to graduate early, why did you want to graduate early? Why did you want to go to
'Cause
Maryland?
I wanted to go to college early and like get accustomed to, just college and
Mhm.
like get a jump start, because spring ball obviously I
Mhm.
wanted to be a part of that
Okay.
as early as I could. So, and I just felt like I was, like it would just leave me more prepared, more mature.
Mhm.
Like I was already mature enough,
Right.
and it was just time to take that next step. I
Mhm.
felt like, so that's why I made that decision.
Mm-hmm. And was that transition hard going to college?
I was only homesick. It was
Okay.
really hard, like just schedule and like routine wise, because
Yeah.
like my mom, she instilled that in me at a young
Right.
age, just always be on top of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was more so just like homesick. Like that first month, those first 2 months really, like up until spring break,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, bro, like I just need this spring break so I
Yeah.
can get home, like feel it, and
Yeah.
then get back.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and that's what it was. So yeah, but after that, like homesick was never a thing for me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was just grinding.
Mhm.
I grew to love the area. Like I
Mhm.
love this area.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just cool to be up here.
When you were homesick, what
Mhm.
would you say 3 factors you were missing from home were?
The weather for one,
Mhm.
because it was cold as hell up here, and then,
Mhm.
like snow everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like snow is cool. Like,
Yeah.
it was my first time seeing it.
Really?
When I was first up here and it snowed,
Mhm.
like the off season of my second year,
Uh-huh.
like my first time seeing it snow, I'm like, oh, this cool, but like
Mhm.
this is not it. Like
Yeah.
I'm
It's like it's
Yeah,
nice to look at then.
not, it's too much. The snow for sure. The people, secondly, because like people are very different up here.
Mhm.
Like it's not like the South or like
Yeah.
home. Like it's not. It's just you got to
Mhm.
be up here to really understand and,
Yeah.
and like feel it out first.
Yeah.
And it's just and I didn't really have a lot of teammates from Florida.
Right.
Like at the time when I came up here.
Right.
That I was close with.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, I mean, I think just the like the company,
Yeah.
And that goes back to the people that I didn't really know a lot of people. So
Yeah.
like, I'm getting up early,
Right.
working out.
Right.
And then, by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'm at home. I'm
Right.
like, well, what I'm supposed to do
Right.
now? It's like, I got the game,
Right.
but it's like,
everyone's still in high school. Like
Yeah,
everyone's, you're
exactly.
seeing everyone doing things in
Exactly,
high
like,
school. Yeah.
all of my homies are back home. They still in
Right.
high school. They
Right.
got 6 more months of high school. So I'm like,
Were you frustrated because like, were you mad? Like, oh, like I came here. Like,
nah, I wasn't frustrated at all. I was just more so like bro, like I'm really like out here like on my own.
on
Like
your own,
this is like, like this is college. I'm
Yeah.
like this is like.
but at the time that was like foreign. Like
Right,
like
exactly.
no one was doing that. Where
Right.
like in our city, like a lot of people were not going to college early. Everyone was
Right.
finishing it. So like that was something that was really foreign.
Right.
And now people are doing that more often. But
Exactly.
just like, being able to see that, that's something that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You're setting the way for people that are like, oh, like maybe that isn't a bad idea to go to college.
Yeah. And it's all about sacrifices, man. Like, I mean, I understood, like, I had a goal in mind, so it was like, like, I'm leaving, like, a lot of my friends back home and, like, just, like, the lifestyle of just being in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, like, it's just time
Yeah.
to, because, I'm going to have to do it in the summer. So,
Right.
like, if
It's
I
like
can
a head
leave-
start.
Yeah. Like, if
Yeah.
I could leave now, like, let's just.
Might as well.
Let's just go ahead. So, yeah.
So what did you start to love about Maryland when you were going through did you ever start to love it during that spring?
Well, COVID happened.
Okay.
So, like, we went on break and it was like, all right, we're going to see you in a week. And then
Right.
next thing you know, it's like 6 months later.
Right, the rest
like,
of the-
like, hey, what's up? Like, good to see y'all.
Right.
So it's like, I basically missed out, or basically me going up there early was like for nothing.
Right.
In a sense, it was like, all right, well, like, it's no spring ball. So
Right.
it's like,
What am I doing?
I might as well have just came in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But we had the COVID season and like played 5 games. Played Penn State. That was like a breakout game for me. I had like 7 tackles, 2 sacks. I didn't know what I was doing. Like I was out there just playing football.
Just going.
Like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
as far as like football
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
wise, I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like just everything moving so fast.
So they threw you out there. Like they had you.
Yeah, because so we were playing Minnesota the first game. I think that was our first game. We were playing Minnesota, and like by this time, like our whole entire class is here at this time. So like you got like Tarheeb, he's like starting because like he had a great freshman year. He's starting. Now this is our second game. We played Northwestern the first game.
Okay.
So this is our second game. Tarheeb started. So it's like I'm seeing Tarheeb ball out. I'm
Right.
like, bro, like this man, like he a freshman. Like I'm trying to get on the field.
Right.
So they don't play me the whole game. So I'm like what the what's going on?
Yeah.
And you know, my mom, she upset.
Yeah.
She calling the coaches and all this other stuff. So we played Penn State. They throw me out there.
Were you ready? Do you feel like you were ready?
No, of course not. But it was like, all right, like we gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You just, yeah.
Let's go. And then like I made my first, like once I made my first tackle, I'm like, bro, I'm good. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about any mistakes right now. Like let me just go find the ball.
Right.
Then I got my first sack. It was crazy like how it happened. Like I was like I sacked it with like one hand. Like I got a picture and everything. Like it was one hand. I was like stretched out one way. It was just crazy, like movie type. Then that happened, and I was like, okay, like I'm straight now.
Yeah,
But
you're good.
then I got the second one, and I'm like, okay, like this is easy. Like this is getting easy. Now.
Right. Getting easy is crazy.
Right, like this is getting really easy.
Getting
now.
easy is crazy, but
like we beat Penn State like by what 20 I think.
Wow.
I don't even remember all the tackles. I remember the sacks though.
Yeah.
For sure. But then so after that it was rolling from there. Like I started my first game. We played Indiana. I think the week after.
Okay.
I started that game.
So you were starting. Wow.
Had a good game.
And were you leading at that point? Like, did you feel like you were leading?
No. I had seniors ahead of me.
Okay.
So like it was their team. It was their show.
Okay.
But like I was following them.
Right.
I just was being a good follower.
Right.
And just trying to understand the ins and outs of just like being the best football player I could be and the best leader I could be, and just learning through them, like the do's and the don'ts. And then just taking their styles and putting my own spin on it.
Right.
So
Were you ever like intimidated by, you know, just people like within the field, like on the team, players you were playing, like, you know, when you're going through scout report, were you ever like intimidated with what was it about it?
No, I was just more so like nervous in a way, like I was just ready to go.
Okay.
Like once I get out there,
You're
like
good.
like I'm straight.
Yeah.
Like, I was never really like afraid of anything or
Yeah.
just like, you know, like, oh man, like I wonder how this is gonna.
Right.
Like, nah, bro, it's like it's football.
Right.
At the end of the day, like just go out there and play. But
yeah,
I was just more so ready to get going.
mm-hmm.
And it's still like this to this day. Like I just get nervous before games, so like I just want to like get going. Like, you know, just get the first play over with.
Right.
You know how you just like that first play happen. You just start running. You
Mm-hmm.
start breathing a little heavy. Just
Mm-hmm.
you in the area. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you're just here. Like
Mm-hmm.
your feet are here. Like we here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just one of those deals for me. Like I just want to get out there. But once that happens, I'm good.
Do you ever like have a way to calm your nerves before games?
Before games, no. But during the games, yeah.
Okay.
Like you ever heard of like box breathing?
No.
Like you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 6, and then breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold for 6.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I do that, like
Okay.
timeouts. Just
Okay.
to like recenter myself because like it's like
Okay.
everything going
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I do that. That's about it though.
So before games, you just you don't listen to
before
music or
games-
anything.
Before game, yeah, it's music.
Okay.
It's music in the headphones for sure. Yeah, music. I warm up. I just
Mhm.
make sure that I get like a good, like I'm sweating. Like I need to like sweat.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah, so like I don't want to go in. I don't want to go into like the team warm up with everybody out there. With
Right.
their helmet. Like I don't want to go into that like
Right.
cold.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I need to be like sweating like
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So, yeah, obviously music before the game, but like during the game, like that's what I do. That helps me out a lot.
What music would you say you're listening to?
I'm a gospel guy, so
Okay.
like pregame is all gospel music in the
Mhm.
headphones. Pregame, like as soon as you get to the stadium,
Mhm.
it's straight gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get back in the locker room, start putting on the pads and everything,
Mhm.
it's all rap.
Mm-hmm.
So I just switch it up and just get in the mode. That's it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So when you were playing that COVID season, you didn't have any fans or anything like that.
Right.
How was that? Did you feel like that affected your game, or just did you feel any different?
It was just weird because you go into college expecting like roaring
Right.
fans and
Student
everything.
life, everything.
Right, but we didn't have that,
Mhm.
so it was kind of like high school to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you make a play or something, like the only thing you hear is like your sideline,
Right.
or
right.
like you hear the crowd a little bit, but it's just like it's crowd noise.
Right.
Or like you got you have like what 200, 300 fans,
Yeah.
but it's like your parents and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
your friends and stuff. So it was kind of like high school to me.
Mm-hmm.
Which it didn't feel like high school on the field, but like just like like fans wise, it felt like high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely weird, I would say. But it didn't really affect like how I played. It was more so like shit, we still got to play this game,
Right.
So like let's go.
It's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely an experience that I wish I had, like just like so young.
Mm-hmm.
But once I got into it, and then like when we had fans the following year, like,
Right.
it just like the energy wise, it was just a lot better for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
How was that transition? Your first season to your being your first season being COVID, going to your sophomore year. How was that?
I mean, it was the same old thing. Like we had a full off season, had a full spring, and then
was your confidence growing as or you?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think every year, like I get smarter as a football player.
Okay.
So just understanding what's gonna happen before it happens, I think that's when like I started to grow in that department. And then it just was rolling from there. So definitely was improving and like from that aspect. And I was getting stronger, getting faster. So it was just all coming together, which was a good thing.
And were you starting to lead more? Would you say your sophomore year, or was that when you got like to your junior, senior year?
Yeah, the leadership was more so of I think this past season,
Okay.
senior year, just because like it was me. Like
Yeah.
I was in a position where like I'm doing the interviews, I'm doing the podcast,
Right,
I'm
right.
doing the extracurricular when it
Right.
comes to the media. So it's like you know, now I'm in the light where it's like, okay, like this is the guy like
Right.
who's talking for us, speaking for us, and then
Representing him.
like, team wise, like I'm you know, I'm having productive seasons, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
like this is your team now, like
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got to lead the guys, like you know, people they know who I am, they're
Right.
coming to me for like advice and stuff like that, so
Right.
it's like, you know, whether I wanted it or not, like I was kind of, you know, thrown into it,
Yeah.
so I just had to, you know, adjust,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, make it happen,
Mm-hmm.
just like, you know, how I did for, you know, all my life. It wasn't anything
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
I just had to embrace it and, you know, adjust and you know, make it happen.
Mm-hmm. And then going into when you were injured, what happened? How was that process like?
Yeah, so I had a high ankle sprain.
When
So
was this? What year was this?
This is my junior year.
Okay.
So this is the year where I'm like, I'm coming off a good sophomore year, but it wasn't like spectacular. But I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be the year where
Right.
I can like ball out
Mhm.
and then like be able to make a decision like what I want to do. Like,
Right,
like
nice.
have the freedom and have the leverage. Like
Mhm.
that's my goal. So, and I had all these, and I had a lot of pressure from just like my circle, like 3 years and we
Yeah, you're out,
this and
yeah.
that. I'm like, I wasn't hearing that, but I'm like, okay, like I hear you.
Yeah.
But it's like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is we're at the third game now.
Mhm.
So the first game, literally the first play, you know, just being nervous, going back to just wanting to be out there. Like
Mhm.
I just totally like just zoned out, and
Mhm.
I got blocked, but like it was bad. Like I got my hit like
Mhm.
bad,
Mhm.
and like I messed up my foot. Like this is
Yeah.
the first play of the first game that
Mhm.
season. So I'm like, bro, this is
First
like,
game.
yeah, first game.
Mhm.
I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. So
Mhm.
like I'm playing that game like on a hurt foot.
Mhm.
Like that's why like if you just watch it, like just going back and watching, it's like, bro, like what am I like? I look like uncomfortable, yeah, 'cause
Right.
like I'm like my foot is in pain.
Mhm.
So I played the first 2 games.
Did you feel anything or?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like I was walking on like pins and needles, like
Okay.
in one foot. And it was
Mhm.
like, bro, this is not like.
That's not how it's supposed to
But I'm
feel.
like, bro, this is the first game. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, I'm not getting out.
Yeah.
So, that happens. I play I missed 2 play. I missed a sack. That's how I knew. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
this is-
tripping.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I missed a sack. Like, this is like easy. Like, this is a quarterback, and
Right.
he didn't move that well. So it's
Mhm.
like, there's no reason I should have missed this.
Mhm.
But like that's when you could tell, like, all right, bro, something not right.
Right.
So, but like I don't say nothing. I just keep pushing.
Mhm.
I go into the second game. I'm running like timid. I'm like, bro, but like I don't want to say anything. I'm just gonna
Right.
be out there
So
playing.
you haven't said anything at all at this point.
I have, but it's like I could play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, bro, like this is like bothering me. Like
Right.
I'm not comfortable.
Right.
Like in my stance. I
Mhm.
can't even like.
Just in your stance.
Yeah, like, I can't even like get like in a ready position and
Right.
be comfortable. It's like, bro, this is like I can't play like this. So I go see Dylan Balkin. That's
Mhm.
my chiropractor.
Mhm.
I go see him, and like he like pops out of my foot,
Mhm.
and I'm like, all right, bro, like, this is what I needed. Like, I'm good. So we played SMU. I think my birthday was that Friday,
Okay.
and then we played them on the 17th of
Okay.
September, that Saturday. So like I go into that, like I'm completely like zoned out. Like
Mhm.
I'm feeling good. Like that entire week, I'm just like it's like white noise everywhere. I'm just like locked in, zoned. I'm
Practice is good.
I'm
Everything's good.
Everything you know what I'm saying
Okay.
is hitting. So yeah, everything's hitting. Get to the game. Like I make 5 tackles in the first 9 plays. I'm everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it done.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting up, not saying nothing, going back to the huddle, like call to play, whatever. I'm reading shit. I'm like, bro, this is like,
Yeah.
I'm on everything
Yeah.
that they're doing.
Yeah.
Bro, then I go make another tackle, bro. My fucking teammate, he dives into my right leg. So, mind you, I have somebody tackle here, and I'm about to pull him down this way, and this guy is in my right leg right here. So I'm leaning this way. I'm like, oh, my leg not moving, and I just feel like 2 pops, like right, like what, like mid leg. I hear, I'm like, ooh. So like I just let him go. I drop, and I'm just laying on the floor. I'm like, bro, if I can just get up and walk
Yeah.
and put pressure on it,
Yeah.
and it like hurts a little bit, but I can still walk.
Yeah.
I mean, not walk, I can run.
Run, yeah.
I'm good. I'm about to spat it up, whatever, and I'm about to play a game. Bro, I get up, I try and like make a run. I'm like, nah, bro. So I sit right back down. Like I didn't even cry. I was just so like that's how locked in I was.
Yeah.
I was just so like you know, robotic.
Yeah.
I'm like all right, like we gotta get up, we gotta get moving.
Yeah.
So get up, go to the tent. Our head trainer, I'm like, bro, like spat me up, Brian. I'm like, Brian, spat me up. So he spat me up. Like I'm like, just like make it thick, like spat it all the way up. So spat it up.
Even after you hear 2 pops.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, spat it, bro. I'm about to go back out there because I'm cooking right now. I'm
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah, that's
like,
true. Yeah.
So he spats it up, and I go in the silo. I'm like, all right, I'm about to run. See how I feel. I'm running, and I'm like nah, like, I can't be my best, bro.
Yeah.
So like I'm just about to hang this up, bro. So mind you, I'm still good. I'm still good.
Yeah.
So we get to halftime. I go back up the tunnel, whatever, and like I'm still not emotional yet. I'm just so like.
Is it painful when you're walking, or is just something?
It's
where
painful, but it's like I got adrenaline going through my body.
Right.
Like, it's painful, but like forget it. Like I'm still. So they're like, yeah, like you know, you're done. You're not playing. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, bet. And I'm still not emotional. I'm still good, bro. I get I take off my pads and stuff. You know, get in the locker room, change all my stuff. I go in the training room and watch the game, and I can't remember the security guard's name, but it was a security guard who was in there. He always he was checking on me like, you good, you straight, you need Gatorade, water, like he was always like making sure I was cool. And I was more so just like they make it play. I'm just like excited. I'm just like that's all I'm thinking about. But I get up after the game is over, and like the team come back in the locker room. I get up, right, and it's like when I get up, my ankle on my right side is so swollen that like I can't even like
flex.
So you know the point where your ankle and your foot, how you could like my ankle's like
can
do this. Like my leg can go like right up like to this point. It can't even stand like straight up. It's like right here. That's how swollen my ankle is. So I'm walking like I have to swing my legs.
Yeah, because you can't.
Because I can't like completely stand up and So that's when I just start like breaking down. Like, like internally, I'm crying. Like obviously, I'm not crying outside, but like I'm like, bro, this is not good. And I'm like, bro, like when's the like recovery time? It's like 6 to 8 weeks. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. Bro, like whatever. So they put me in a boot. So I'm like, bro, I've never been in a boot. It's comfortable. I'm just like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like, why I got to go through this like, right now? Yeah. So I just rehab. Fast forward, we're playing Purdue. So we're playing Purdue, and it's just funny because that whole week in practice, I had my ankle spatted up, taped up, and I'm just running around. I'm like, all right, it feels good. Like it's painful, but like it's manageable.
It's doable. Yeah.
So that whole week in practice, I'm running full speed. I'm able to stop, change direction. Yeah. I'm like, but I'm about to play. I get to the game versus Purdue. I tape my ankle, but I don't spat my ankle like, over the cleats for whatever reason. I'm like, bro, I feel good. I'm not even gonna spat. Like that was the dumbest I ever said or thought. So I get in the game versus Purdue. I'm starting. So that I'm back starting. So like, all right, but I feel good. Fast forward, like they're driving on us. And I go make a play, and when I step and I like stop to change direction, I feel a pop in my ankle. But it's like it's not like I re-injured it. Pop. It's like I'm not ready to go. Like, not ready. So I feel a pop. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm like that's just scared. It scared shit out of me. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So mind you, like they go hurry up. So like it's another player out there. So I'm like,
you're still trying.
I'm literally like I'm like, what the. I'm like, bro, just make it through. Just make it through the down. Like, just make it through the down. Make it through the down. So we make it through the down. Okay. I'm running off the field. Like, I look at my head trainer. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm done. I'm like, tell my coach, like, I'm done. So And it's a 12 o'clock game. Just keep that in mind. So mind you, after they say I'm done, I go in the locker room. My mom texts me. She said everything gonna be good, this and that. But like I'm upset. I'm not even emotional. I'm pissed. I'm hot. So, and we lose the game by a field goal because like they blocked the field goal. So, we lost the game. I got hurt in the game, so we're done by like 3:30. Like I don't even want to go out where the parents are because I don't want anyone to talk to me. Like, no one. Like I was selfish. I'm like, bro, I'm not speaking to no parents, none of that, because I don't want to talk to nobody. Bro, I go in the film room, in our meeting room, for 4 hours. I'm in there, and mind you, my mom is there. She came to the game, and like I didn't come out like for 4 hours, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not even about to come to games no more. Like I came down here, and you don't even want to, like, you're not being considerate, this and that." And like that just like changed my whole perspective. Like, you know, like I can't be selfish. Like when shit is not going my way. So all that shit, you know, I went through all of that. Was able to get back healthy. Like Wisconsin was my first game. I was back. Made a couple plays, but I played bad. I played that shit.
But did it feel good?
It was just good to be back out there.
Okay.
I didn't really care about the outcome.
Right.
I was just glad that I was able to be out there.
Yeah.
And just like play.
With no pain.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
But like my weight was down. I was like skinny. I wasn't like, you know, so it was that.
That would come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we played Penn State, and like from that point on, it was just like, all right, like you gotta you gotta get your confidence back.
Yeah.
We played Rutgers at home that season, had a sack, made a lot of good plays. So like that was like a confidence builder. And then bowl game we played NC State. I played pretty well. So that was that for that season. It was up and down, but like that off season, I was like, all right, bro, like this is it. Like I gotta, like, if I'm serious about like going next level with this, like, I gotta be special like this upcoming season. Yeah. Bro, I gained like 20 pounds of muscle.
Wow.
The off season. I'm running fast. I'm doing everything. Like I'm I'm checking boxes. And I'm just being myself. Then I had the season that I had this past season, but like that's just a testament to my faith, that off season I put in, and just like perseverance, like you know, not giving up. So that's my, you know, my story, my collegiate little story. Pretty long, but you know, hopefully that can help somebody out. Yeah, going through something.
So it's just going into your senior year. You had a good senior year, and just having this 1 year left of eligibility. What made you decide to stay?
Because I wanted to follow the plan that I had for myself my junior year, like being able to have leverage to stay, leave, transfer if I wanted to do that. So after this year, like I think I made like third team all conference. Okay. Which is cool. Yeah. Cool accomplishment. So, you know.
Were you thinking about going other places?
I wasn't, but my circle was wanting me to go to other places, but I was just like, I'm not gonna move impulsively. I gotta take everything into consideration. Right. Like this is not just about football. This is about like, you know, like where I'm staying at, like the people I know, the relationships I have. Like I basically have to restart everything if I decided to go. And like the system that I'm playing in, going to the football aspect of it, like the system that I'm playing in, like I'm thriving in it. So it's like,
why leave?
What am I? What am I really leaving for? And then now you got NIL now, so it's like, they need to pay you this, they need to do this and this and this, and I'm like, bro, this shit ain't about money. It's more so about what place can like help me get to that next level. Like that's where the real money at. Yeah. So, I just wanted to have that leverage to do what I wanted to do, make a decision for myself, and that was best for me in my career. So that's why, like, coming back was just very, like, the right thing to do because it was just, you know, we left a lot on the table, football aspect-wise. We left a lot on the table this past season. Right. I just wanted to put another year together. Right. And then just, you know, like strategically, it was just good. I just want to put another year together, another good year of film and tape together, just to, you know, showcase that I can, you know, do, like, you know, make it happen at the next level, and then, you know, possibly get drafted high enough. So
that's a goal.
yeah.
And what
first 3 rounds.
Okay.
So go, yeah.
And to get there, what do you feel like you need to do?
Just be myself. Do what I did this past season. Have another big off season. Which I'm doing now, and just got to be consistent with it. And just do the little things, man.
Yeah.
Be stretch.
Yeah.
Train hard like I've been doing. Just expanding my brain. Like I journal every day, so just keep doing that.
That's good.
Yeah, just follow the plan, because this is not in my control.
Yeah.
I can control my attitude and how I approach it, but as far as how things go, like it's out of my control. I can only do what I can do, and then whatever else happens after that is up to God. I'm letting God do, letting God work. So
but it's just crazy, like looking back, because you're saying how you missed home, and now like you're like, okay, well, I want to stay in Maryland.
Yeah,
I like the people, the community, like everywhere I am, and it's like, why leave? So it's just crazy, like how after 4 years you're like, this is my place now. Yeah,
because when you stay in the area, it's like whether you like it or not, like it's still a piece of you.
Yeah.
That develops, especially when you've been here for some time. So, yeah.
What are you gonna miss about Maryland when you do go?
I think the biggest thing I'm gonna miss is like the team. It's nothing like a locker room. Like, have you ever been a part of a locker room? Like, it's nothing like that. Like it's just like you cry in there.
Yeah.
You talk in there. You fight in there. You laugh in there. Like it's one of those things where you can't really explain. You just got to be there.
Yeah.
You got to be in it. So I'm gonna miss the locker room for sure. But like the connections aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
you always have them.
Yeah, but like the locker room, I'm gonna miss that for sure. That's one thing I'm gonna miss.
Any food places or places that you like to go?
Pliables.
What? Why Pliables?
That's like my everyday. But shoot, by that time, I'm probably want to open up one.
You would want to open up a Pliables,
or like call it something different.
So you would open up your own acai bowl place?
A chain, yeah. I'm thinking about starting a chain, or like a tea shop. Like
really?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Really?
Yeah, like a tea shop.
What would you call it?
Tea up. Yeah, tea up.
So you would miss Pliables. I
miss it 100%, but I mean, it's other acai bowl places around.
Have you had a better acai bowl than Pliables?
No, Pliables is the best.
Okay,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, Pliables is the best.
Yeah, I agree.
I think because of the size of the bowl.
Yeah,
like, you go anywhere else, it's like you got a cup like this right here. I'm like,
for like 20.
What I'm gonna do with that? Yeah. Like,
so you order like 1, 2? What do you when you're getting a bowl?
I order 1.
Okay.
Because it's like like they're filling.
Yeah.
So it's like
they are filling.
Yeah, like I get 1 and then like get a meal, like real food.
Okay. So you have both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I have like, you ever heard of Roots?
Roots, yeah.
Like
Roots
I have a bowl from there.
They're good. That's good.
Yeah, I got a bowl from there, and then like eat a pliable. Like,
that's
right
a good combo.
Yeah,
it's like a healthy dessert.
Right.
That's smart.
So like I'll do that. But yeah, by that time I'll probably open up my own stuff and just like eat off of that. So.
Wow, a tea shop.
Yeah, because like I drink tea a lot.
Really?
So I'm like, bro, like
what type of tea do you like?
Blackberry citrus with
I've
zinc.
I've never tried that. What blackberry citrus with what?
With zinc. Yeah. With agave.
How'd you get into that? You just
I saw a YouTube video and like the little GQ ones.
Oh yeah.
Like 10 essentials.
Yeah.
I just like seeing what
watching
do,
them.
like,
yeah.
what people use and stuff. Like that's where I got like my colognes from.
Really?
So like I think it was Jaylen Brown. Who played for the Celtics.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I drink tea like every morning, every night. It like helps me relax and shit like that. I'm like, all right, let me
Is that what you do? You have every morning and night?
No, every night.
Oh,
every
okay.
Night, just like before I go to sleep. And like it's true, like it's like very like
relaxing.
It puts you in yeah,
that's good. So what made you want to open up your own tea shop?
Well, I'm thinking of doing it because so growing up, my dad had a friend.
Okay.
his name Mike. He was like personal trainer or whatever. But he's out of the country now. So like he does like natural herbs and all this other stuff. So I'm like, bro, I can just like open a tea shop and have him ship.
Yeah.
Like, it's like out the country stuff. So it's like, you know,
you can't get that here.
Right. And like, you know what I'm saying? People probably want that. So just have him supply and then like we do business together. That's what I'm thinking.
That's smart.
And then real estate too. Like I want to do like units, like stuff like that. So like apartment complexes and stuff. So
would you want to do anything with your major?
I think that's all a part. I think like so I majored in communications, and I got my degree in that. So I'm done with that. So like, in May I'm gonna get that. But so like it took me 3.5 to get it. Okay. I'm gonna walk in May and get it. So you know, graduate.
Yes.
So
good.
You're right. But I think that's like that just goes perfect with my major in general because like you gotta be able to communicate to get things done. It's just like learning how to talk to people and how to work like through conflict. Yeah, I think that's just like what I've been able to learn not only through the major but just being in college because like you on your own, I'm on my own, so like, I gotta make things shake. Right. So yeah, I think it definitely like. I think that is working with my major. Yeah, and I want to be an analyst too. On
really?
TV. Yeah, on TV.
So that's something like after football or like
after football, yeah.
So open up a tea shop, league obviously in the league.
Yeah.
Be an analyst and then real estate.
Yeah.
Have a podcast.
So
where do you want that to go? Like, do you want that to keep going? Like, do you want to have your podcast while you're in the league, just talking about things? Would you want to do that?
Yeah, but I want to do it like I want to have different audiences. I don't just want to have like the sports audience. I want to have like actors, actresses, like Shannon Sharp. How you do him?
Yeah,
like, I want something like that.
Yeah, something different. You're not getting the same thing. Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
I hope you had a fun time.
Sure, no doubt.
We appreciate you being on here. But no, I'm proud of you and I'm excited to see where you go next.
Appreciate it.
And yeah. So thank you for being on this episode. Make sure you'll
for sure.
I'll try. But make sure y'all follow us on all our platforms. Follow Ruben on all of his platforms and like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you check the next video out next Sunday. And I'll see y'all next time.
You're not gonna let me put my tags in there, or you gonna put them in the description?
Yes.
Matter of fact, put it in the description.
They'll be right here.
Put it. Can you put it where I point?
Right there.
Yeah, put it right
that's where you're gonna follow him.
Yeah,
and his
right
podcast will be there too.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I